Good morning, everyone. My name is Andrew Hall. You may call me Dr. Kennard. This is the Disappointed Cat Morning Show. I hope you're all doing this well. How was your weekend? I hope you had a good weekend. If this is the first time you've been tuning in since Thanksgiving here in the States, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I had a pleasant Thanksgiving. My weekend didn't go that badly, but the real question I am going to ask you all today is this woman right here, Canadian, Romana Didulo, I believe that's how you pronounce her name, QAnon priestess of Canada. Is she as crazy as Florida? Could she be an honorary resident of the Sunshine State? So the question is, how crazy is Florida? Oh, I'm going to fix my camera right here. I'm going to fix my camera. How crazy is Florida? Well, let's just take a couple of look at headlines from Florida, everyone. Florida man stands naked in his driveway, throws rocks at passing cars. Deputies say multiple witnesses come forward to deputies, right from Florida. I found all of these stories from Florida Man Reddit, right there. Another crazy Florida story. Florida man stabs woman over undercooked potato, deputies say. Yes, in Florida, you can get stabbed due to an undercooked potato. And last but not least, in terms of how crazy is Florida, Florida man and woman arrested after performing oral in a trooper's patrol car. They might have been in handcuffs, but love will find a way, everyone. So let's take a look at how crazy this Canadian is and whether or not she could be an honorary Florida resident. Links in the description below. QAnon leader in Canada told her 70,000 followers to shoot to kill doctors vaccinating kids against COVID-19. Oh, my fictitious God. I wish I was making this up. But once again, if you're just tuning in, the headline, a QAnon leader in Canada told her 70,000 followers to shoot to kill doctors vaccinating kids against COVID-19. Just from the headline, I would say she should be an honorary Florida resident, maybe even the Queen of Florida. But let's get into the story. A QAnon leader in Canada told her followers to shoot to kill anyone administering the COVID-19 vaccine to people under the age of 19. Romana Didulo is a prominent QAnon figure whose followers believe she is the true head of state in Florida. Vice News reported she has spent months promising the execution of people involved in the response of the COVID-19 pandemic, including doctors, politicians, and teachers, according to the Canadian Anti-Hate Network, an NGO. So these doctors, nurses, health professionals, they have enough problems, right, dealing with the pandemic, and then they have to deal with this lunatic telling her 70,000 followers just to go kill him. Story continues. She amassed more than 70,000 followers on the encrypted messaging app Telegram, where in one recent message she demanded the arrests of people vaccinating children. Well, I guess that's better than shooting them. The messages were also published by the Canadian Anti-Hate Network. In a significantly stronger message sent over the weekend, Didulo instructed her military to shoot anyone who tries to inject children under the age of 19 years old with coronavirus 19 vaccines, or bioweapons, of course, or any other vaccines. Any other vaccine. So not only is she gunning for doctors, nurses, who are vaccinating children from coronavirus, she's also saying, hey, measles vaccine, I'm looking at you. I bet there's microchips in you too. Mark of the beast and all. Oh, is there a story about the mark of the beast? Sure there is in vaccines, but that's later on in the show, everyone. She's just telling her followers, just start shooting the place up. start shooting Canada up. Make it look like it's Florida. She also told her U.S. followers to enter Canada and then arrest or kill people involved in the administration of COVID-19 vaccines to children, including doctors and teachers, the Canadian Anti-Hate Network reported. There's no indication that anyone did as she asked. Holy Christ, listen to this. I should apologize for this. It's a Monday morning and I'm going in hard, everyone. She named Monday, 22nd of November as the day of hunting season would begin against her perceived opponents and wrote, please use airports, hospitals, schools, stadiums, and other venues to hold and detain all traitors. They will stay there until military tribunal is held for each one of them until the day they are executed via firing squad or hanging. A subsequent post on Tuesday changed the phrase shoot to kill to arrest, Vice News said. So she's probably gotten a little bit of flack for just telling people to shoot people in public. I mean, that should be a crime. That should be a federal crime in Canada to invite Americans up to basically invite gun nuts here from the States to go up to Canada to shoot the place up. That should be a reason why she should be in prison. Let's face it, she should be in prison. Gonna check out the chat. A lot of comments this morning. I hope you're doing okay, everyone. Like I said, going in hard on Monday. Let's see. Jessi Bear says, laughing, considering my whole family, tiny humans included, all currently have vaccine. Oh, they all currently have COVID? Oh, man. I am sorry to hear that, Jessi. Sometimes I just hit the comment section and I just read the first comment, and you were the first one. Yeah, I am so sorry. I hope they're doing okay. I hope they're doing okay. We're going to be talking about Omicron too, or what little we know about the new variant. We're going to be talking about that later on in the show too. Wow. Yeah, I'm sorry about you having COVID. The whole family, huh? What's up, John Hudson? BigZebra.com. Glad to see that you made it this morning, sir. And see who else is kicking around. Simply Secular Dave from the West Coast. Dave. I don't know how did you not tell me about this Romana person before? I'm not going to blame you, Dave. I'm not going to blame you. Black female atheist, good morning. It is early morning for me. I feel in my heart on a Monday morning, everything just seems earlier and more brutal. Grant Farmer, good morning. Yep, I'm sorry, Dr. Good morning, Dr. Mordecai. What's here? Religion, imaginary God. Glad to see that you showed up this morning. Tobin Templeman. Let's see. Tobin Templeman asks, would it not be a different strategy to spread that kind of stupid out a bit? Do we want to put all the stupid in one place? I'm glad you asked, Tobin Templeman. Yep, there are different theories about what to do with stupid. You can smear it out. Maybe that will, but on the other hand, maybe that's just metastasizing the cancer of stupid. I don't know. Let's see. Hope everyone, okay, I think I got to everyone. Hey, King. I'm just going to call you King. King Farouk. I'll call you King Farouk. That's a pretty cool name. Jessi Bear says, thankfully, the kids all have mild cases. Mine is the worst. I have asthma. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Jessi Bear. Yeah. Yeah, that's hard. I was at I'm gonna check out Simply Secular Dave's comment first before going into my own narcissistic analysis of my weekend. Out here on the West Coast, not a lot of people take her seriously. At her hate speech downtown, more people showed up to protest her than showed up to support her. That's good. That's good, Dave. That's good to hear. Because we don't want Canada to turn into Florida or Texas. Did you hear? Who is it? Matthew McConaughey, the actor, has decided not to run for governor in Texas. So it's not going to be all right. I could do a whole different story on this, but that's my coverage of the story. Actor Matthew McConaughey, he was thinking about running for governor in Texas. He announced that he's not gonna do it. So I went to a super spreader event over the weekend. Went to a funeral. Yeah. It was my buddy's brother's funeral, and yeah, a little anxiety provoking for me. A little anxiety provoking. All right. BigZebra.com. That motto would have been great for the election. All right. It would have been, but he's not running. He's not going to be running. And, I have to tell you something. And I know I'm in the minority amongst liberals about this, amongst progressives, but I believe in using celebrities for political gain. I just want to win elections. Is that crazy to say, microphone? I wanted Oprah to run for president as against to Joe Biden. I wanted Oprah to run last time because Oprah would have won. Oprah just would have won, as against to Joe Biden. Yeah, he won, but he won because, former President Trump screwed up the COVID response. If President Trump didn't mess up the COVID response, he would still be president right now. So I'm a firm advocate of having celebrities run as Democrats, as long as they do follow the Democratic line, as long as they follow the progressive line. I don't care who you are. So Matthew McConaughey not running for governor in Texas. All right, we got to get to what is this? Big Zebra. Can't we just use celebrities for? Yeah. Let's just go. You get a vaccine, and everyone needs to get a vaccine. That's right. All right, we should get serious, right, and go to the next story here. I'm getting distracted. Here we go. Oh, wow. We just covered that crazy story. What's this new crazy story? Oh, it's about her. You may remember her. She's all about Jesus, all about vaccines not working. Donald Trump really loved her. MAGA doctor, vaccinated Christians can still ask God to cast out the shots. Let that kind of soak into your forebrains there, everyone. This MAGA doctor, vaccinated Christians can still ask God to cast out the shots. If this isn't an example of Christian hypocrisy, I don't know what is. It's great that some evangelicals have gotten the shot, but obviously some of them feel guilty because now they have the mark of the beast in them. Well, this doctor is saying right here, doctor in quotes, that you can pray it away. Let's take a look at the story. Last summer, conservative media outlets and Donald Trump promoted a video in which a group of doctors spoke out about dangerous COVID conspiracies. The star of the video was Stella Immanuel, who said face masks were effectively useless and that she successfully used hydrochloroquine. That's how I'm mispronouncing it, everyone. On her own. Patients. We all know that doesn't work, right? That's like that was the pre-ivermectin. It didn't take long before we learned even more about the pediatrician/minister. It turned out Emmanuel had previously blamed gynecological problems like endometriosis on people dreaming about having sex with demons. Say that again, Andy. Emmanuel had previously blamed gynecological problems like endometriosis on people dreaming about having sex with demons and said that alien DNA was being used in medical treatments, and claimed scientists plan to use vaccines to stop people from being religious. Don't make me so happy that vaccines. In fact, that was one of the many posts I've written on my blog, Laughing in Disbelief, about vaccines making people smarter. And said homosexuality would lead people to hell. Those were obviously all lies. Here's a quote from Stella Immanuel, doctor extraordinaire and minister. If you've taken this vaccine, there is a way out. If you repent and cry out to God for mercy, he will deliver you When it is Lucifer, when it is the devil, it can be cast out of you in the name of Jesus. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, small furry animals, Alpha Jury, Chris, she is saying that Jesus will cast the vaccine out. We are casting this thing out of people. It is Lucifer. So if you need to pray, if you've taken this vaccine, pray, ask God to have mercy on you. Kneel down, say, Father, I was deceived. I did not know. I was terrified. God will show you mercy because he knows the duress and stress we've all been under. I don't think God works like that. I don't think God, if you look at Revelation, Mark of the Beast and everything, once you've done that, you're in the trouble bubble. No amount of praying is going to get you out of that. Oh, so many comments, everyone. Checking out the comments. All right. Where are we here? Oh, clot shots. BT. Why hasn't anyone banned him? Come on. We have moderators here. You guys can just ban people. You know that. There's a couple of major. What's up, Rage? So yeah. So basically, everyone, if you see a clown in the chat, you can easily just ban him or put him into timeout or feel like whatever you want to do. Because this is the adult section of the internet, right? This is the adult section of the internet. We don't tolerate idiots. Checking out the rest of the chat here. Well, Jessi Bear, this is the thing, right? And you're going back a bit. You're totally spot on. If there's one thing that we know, the vaccine, it may not keep you, you're not going to get 100% chance of not getting sick at all, but you won't get as sick. You may not need hospitalization, even if you have a pre-existing condition. All right. Let's see what else is going on here in the chat. You just tell whenever I put in a controversial name, a QAnon person, it brings at least one or two QAnon people into the chat. And once again, if you're a moderator and you see one of these clowns in the chat, just get rid of them. Let's see. We're going to talk about Omicron in like a minute or two. Did I catch up with everyone? I think I caught up. What's up, Rach? I haven't seen. Yeah. Also, BT also believes that Kennedy will be in Dallas, I'm assuming. I assume that you're correct, Rach. All right. You want to do the halftime tummy rub show before we start talking about Omicron? Actually, let's do that. Halftime tummy rub show, everyone. You got to appreciate the cat's motivation. The cat really wanted that squirrel, but could not get to it, much like Moses, able to look into the Holy Land, but never to enter. All right. So let's talk about Omicron. And, the thing is about being an adult, the thing is about being a functioning adult, is being able to live with ambiguity, being able to say, I don't know right now, what's the reasonable thing to do? I think that's what being a skeptic as well as a humanist means, is being a stoic maybe too, is being able to say, there's not a whole lot of information. What is the smartest thing to do? What is the scholarly consensus? What is the smartest way to protect myself and the ones I love? And as Omicron is doing its world tour right now, the newest variant, it's important to figure out what we do know and what we don't know. And this is from the BBC, a trusted news source. If you're just tuning in, if this is the first time on this channel, we only use, and we in the royal sense of we, only use trusted news sources that are a little bit safer, news sources that are actually news, besides your brothers, sisters, boyfriend's cousin who runs that YouTube channel. We actually cite the sources in the description so that you can go back and look at the articles yourselves if you want to. So once again, there's a lot of things we don't know about Omicron. We started talking about this last week on Friday during the after party after show, and I can't believe it's 20 minutes into this show that I haven't talked about the after party after show. It's, if you want to be on the panel, it runs from 9:30 to 10:30. We'll talk about anything, COVID, painting your barn, comedy, whatever you want to do. So this is from this BBC article. Got a couple of graphs for you. What are COVID variants and will vaccines still work? And the unsatisfying answer is they'll probably offer some protection, the vaccines. Let's go. Omicron variant. Once again, for many of you, this is just going to be old news or a review. More mutations may make it spread faster. You see the spike protein right there. That helps the virus enter human cells. The new variant has 32 mutations on the spike protein. The new variant has 10 mutations on the receptor binding domain, which gains entry to cells. I don't know if any of you have seen the graph from the province in South Africa. I don't have that slide here, unfortunately, but there was an interesting infographic that showed the spike of Omicron in this particular district in South Africa in comparison to the rise of Alpha and Delta. And Omicron did spread very quickly within that community. And why do we have mutations? It's because of evolution, everyone. It's not because of microevolution as the creationists, the young Earth creationists, the intelligent design people believe, because let's remember, the difference between intelligent design and science is that intelligent design is not science. It's all about evolution. Coronavirus variants, what are they and how do they happen? High numbers in cases, increased risk of mutations. Basic biology 101, everyone. The more a virus spreads, the more chance it has to mutate. Thousands of small changes have been seen in coronavirus so far, most with little impact. We know that most mutations, right? Remember your high school biology class? Most mutations, they you're not going to get like Wolverine's, healing factor or Cyclops' laser eyes. Most mutations are useless, or they may actually kill the organism. But sometimes when you have a lot of cases with a virus, this is just basic math. The more cases you have, the greater chance of mutation occurring, larger chance of something really bad happening. Some mutations lead to new variants. Every so often, a virus changes in a way that helps it survive. Scientists are particularly concerned about changes in the spike protein, the part that helps it enter human cells. So that's just a basic review of what we know about Omicron, and that's not a lot. I'm sure that we'll have a discussion about this in the after party after show, which starts at 9:30. Link to be on the panel is in the description below. What we also know is that there are sources in the pharmaceutical companies saying that, yes, we'll be able to come out with a vaccine specifically targeting Omicron, but it's going to take time, not an incredible amount of time, but it will take some time for us to do that. So that is helpful. What we also know is that it's winter here. It's going to be winter very soon in the Northern Hemisphere, and that means cases are already expanding, and that seems to be an ideal situation for Omicron to go about spreading. Check out the chat. Oh, you got to go to work, Rage. I hate these capital. Rage, I feel you, buddy. I feel you. Go Unions. Microevolution, because made-up words are cool. That's right. I remember talking with Bertha Vasquez, who runs the TIES Institute. It's the Teachers Institution for Evolutionary Studies. She works with CFI, Richard Dawkins' organization. And she had never heard about microevolution. Now, she teaches evolution in schools, and she promotes teaching evolution in schools. And she had never heard about microevolution until she started dealing with, intelligent design people and young Earth creationists. That is an illustration. Thank you. Well, this is the most important thing. Vaccine means you're most likely not to die and have a lower risk for hospital admission. That is correct. Cryptameria, glad to see that you're here, Cryptameria. I hadn't heard about Romana until today. Now I am freaked out. Yeah, well, she seems dangerous, and she seems like she should be in jail. If she's telling people to go out and shoot doctors and nurses and teachers, if she has 70,000 followers, then yeah, maybe, perhaps, definitely she should be in jail. Cats don't understand Windows, imaginary God. No. All right. What's up, Theo? Glad to see you here. The people, and people of Omicron Parsi 8. Yes, indeed. All right. Was this the end of the show? We're on running overtime. This is like over the normal amount of time allocated for the show. I'm going to do the last cat video. I'm going to throw down the thank you video, and then I'm going to see you all at 9:30. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Take care, everyone. Jessi Bear, it isn't that difficult to explain. If you can explain small changes create large, small changes over time create large changes. When you understand something complex, you break it into smaller pieces. Evolution is not hard to explain to a child. Yeah. And if you can't explain it simply, if you can't explain a concept simply, there's a good chance that you don't understand it well yourself. And that means to revisit the material. Yeah. Kids understand evolution when explained properly. All right. Thank you, video. I just had to bounce off that.